Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot. This is your reading. I'm asking for new energies, hopefully. Full Celtic Cross for Scorpio. Remember, this will not resonate with all Scorpios. This is for Scorpio. Full Celtic Cross. I do meditate on your sign, and I shuffled long before I turn on this video for you. The recording, that is. And if you don't like the reading, or you don't resonate, or if you want to change your path, you can. This is just warnings of possibilities that can be. If you don't like them, like I said, change the path. But if you do like it, go with the path and embrace it. Now, the incoming energy is the moon in reverse. It could be that something comes out, something comes to light. Finally, things are making sense with the moon in reverse. It could be, in very rare cases, deceptions come to light. Now, we'll find out more in a minute, but let me do the full Celtic Cross. And remember, as I do these readings, I do clarify, and it can change up the story, so bear with me. I'm more or less telling you the meanings and the possibilities as I lay down. Now, the Knight of Rods is a subject at hand. You can be working with or dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or someone who's real passionate. They're a go-getter. They're here, there, everywhere. They don't do much rest, and they're usually very attractive. A lot of times they're non-committal, but not necessarily. They're just on the go. What's crossing it? Work. Lots of work. So someone may be busy working. Maybe they're unable to commit to certain situations because they feel like they're always having to do something for other people. Maybe you feel a little left out, or maybe, like I said, we got that moon in reverse, and maybe things are coming to light in a situation. And again, I got to clarify. Your goal, or what crowns you, maybe someone needs to take a break. Maybe someone needs to go on vacation. Maybe someone is a little ill and needs to recuperate. It's a lot of reasons for that. Foundation, Scorpios being the hermit, keeping to themselves maybe. Deep in thought. It doesn't mean that you don't talk to other people or anything like that. It just means like you're holding stuff back. But remember, that moon is in reverse, and we're going to find out a little bit more about that. Maybe it'll show us more. And maybe you're thinking about something that came out, or maybe you're thinking about talking about something with the Knight of Rods. Remember, the Knight of Rods does not have to be a fire sign, just someone with that energy. You're taking on that energy. In the past, you feel like things weren't always so visible to you. You feel like you didn't have 100% happiness. Some of you may be even a little depressed with the sun in reverse. Near future, Seven of Wands in the upright. I'm getting this a lot for all the signs, it seems like, lately. But this is someone taking a stand, doing what's right, getting on top of things, getting one up on something. But basically, they're able to do it in general when it's in the upright with the Seven of Wands. We'll find out more. This is a possible future outcome or advice from the universe. It's a Ten of Cups. It's a happily ever after situation. And again, I got to clarify. What is coming towards you? Ooh, Ace of Cups. Is someone going to make you an emotional new offer? Something you like, something you love? That's an outside source. Your hopes and fears. Two of Cups. This is like a partnership of some sort. Something with an emotional bond. And the outcome, you may be putting up your swords and not wanting to see things clearly, even though the moon is forcing this, possibly. The Two of Swords is someone who is trying to hold up, put up boundaries in some ways, sometimes blocking, to keep the peace in their lives. So let's clarify these. What's going on? I see some pretty emotional situations coming up. They're kind of positive. But in another way, I'm seeing you put your swords up, and we're going to find out why. Now, the subject at hand is the Knight of Rods right here, and the Eight of Pentacles is crossing it. So let's find out why. Knight of Rods, Eight of Pentacles, why you there for Scorpio? Yeah, someone's not wanting to argue or fight. They're busy. They're hard at work. That's the Five of Swords in reverse. Knight of Rods. Eight of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Why are you there as a subject at hand for Scorpio? You may put something to rest that needs to be, that keeps on trying to resurface with the Death card in reverse. Your goal, Four of Swords, like I told you. Four of Swords, why are you there for Scorpio, is the goal or what crowns them. You may take a break because you feel like something is hopeless. Four of Swords in the upright, Star card in reverse, why are you there? And you don't like what's being offered to you with the Four of Cups in reverse. Now, the foundation, you're going to be thinking to yourself, you're going to be contemplating what to do, what your life is like, why is it going this way, all kind of reasons why you're thinking. Everybody's a little different, but you're going to be deep in thought with the Hermit. And you may be even a little distant, and it looks that way, like I said, with the Two of Swords. Let's find out. The Hermit in the upright, why are you there, is the foundation for Scorpio. You feel like someone's going to betray you, stab in the back. You may be even having memories of betrayal or endings. So, the Hermit in the upright, Ten of Swords in the upright, why are you there for Scorpio? You're just remembering things, and you're trying to remain balanced. You're trying to keep your equilibrium, you know. So you're deep in thought. You're thinking about things from the past, of betrayals and how it ended, and you're now wanting to keep balance in your life. Now in the past, you have the Sun. The Sun is in reverse. You weren't happy in the past. Maybe things came to light or weren't exactly out there. But the Sun in reverse, why are you there for Scorpio in the past? You want to come out of disappointment. You were sad. You were unhappy with a situation, and you're wanting to come out of disappointment with the Five of Cups in reverse. The Sun card in reverse, the Five of Cups in reverse. Could have something to do with the King of Pentacles. This could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or someone who doesn't feel 100% stable in the past. They weren't happy. They didn't have stability, but they were trying to overcome, or you are overcoming this disappointment that you were having. And it looks like you may even have a little bit of a talk with somebody because you don't like what is offered. You got the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is in the upright. Is someone taking up for themselves? It's valor. It's getting on top of things. I told you what they were. Seven of Wands in the upright. Why are you there for Scorpio in the very near future? Yeah, someone will probably let you have your say because that's the Five of Wands in reverse that's clarifying it. So someone's not going to fight you back on what you have to say. They're going to let you have your say. And you may have your say of saying, I don't like arguing and having conflict all the time. That could be it too. But let's find out more. Seven of Wands in the upright, Five of Wands in reverse. Why are you there in the near future for Scorpio? Yeah, communications will open up with the Eight of Wands and very quickly. Communications could be social media, text messaging, phone calls, emails. It doesn't matter, but it's going to go back and forth pretty quickly. And I think someone's going to let you have your say. Now, possible future outcome or advice from the universe with the Ten of Cups. A nice card, really nice card to have in the upright. And like I said, it can be the possible future outcome. So, Ten of Cups in the upright. Why are you there for Scorpio? Someone's having anxiety about their happily ever after. What's coming up? Maybe you're afraid of this happily ever after. Maybe you feel like it's just too good to be true. Maybe because you're thinking about past betrayals with the Ten of Swords. Let's find out more. Ten of Cups in the upright. Nine of Swords in the upright. Why are you there for Scorpio as a possible future outcome or advice from the universe? I'm thinking if it's advice from the universe also, because if you take the advice, it could be the outcome. The advice from the universe could be saying, don't worry, don't have so much anxiety about things that people are offering you, that every time someone offers you something, it's going to be always bad. Don't think that way all the time, because it's just going to make you sick, you know? So the Ten of Cups in the upright, Nine of Swords in the upright. Why are you there for Scorpio? Queen of Cups, that could be you. In reverse, feeling like anxiety. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, when someone's in reverse, it means they're a mean, horrible, nasty person. Not necessarily. I see it as someone who's having a lot of anxiety because of the Nine of Swords that's attached over a happily ever after situation that may be coming or you're wanting to come. But Queen of Cups is in reverse, as Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, someone feeling a little out of sorts with their emotions and they can't sleep and they're having anxiety. It's not that they're mean. They're just not feeling all 100%. So now what is coming towards you is the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is a great card. Someone wants to offer you some love, emotional message that you'll love, or friendship. It's so many things, but it's a great card of a beginning. So Ace of Cups in the upright coming towards Scorpio while you're there. Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Could be coming from them, and they're a little out of sorts also. Maybe it'll tell us more. Ace of Cups in the upright, Queen of Swords in reverse while you're there for Scorpio. And they thought about walking away. They want to offer you something, but they feel like maybe you'll reject them, because I see the Four of Cups up here as what crowns you. And you may be turning away what is being offered to you because you're thinking, I got stabbed in the back before, and you're deep in thought about that. Even though you're trying to regain balance, something is still lingering that's got you upset that may get in the way of your happily ever after. Now remember what I said about following a path. If you don't like the path and you see this is coming, I see the advice from the universe is don't have so much anxiety for everybody that wants to hand you a cup that may be positive. Now, this could be absolutely someone from the past. It could be. But I see it also as a new beginning, as someone wants to offer you something and you may reject it just because you're thinking of past betrayals, Now, your hopes and fears, Two of Cups, an emotional bond with somebody. Two of Cups, why are you there for Scorpio, as the hopes and fears. Yeah, it's like you're waiting around for what you're wanting in a relationship. It's like you're holding back in a way also. So Two of Cups in the upright, the Hangman in the upright, while you're there in the hopes and fears for Scorpio. Interesting reading. You're afraid to be all chaotic and not move forward and be a mess with the Chariot in reverse. So you may put up your swords in the end when someone's trying to offer you a new beginning in something. And like I said, it could be someone from the past or someone brand new. Someone wants to offer you something, but you're all stuck in your head about past betrayals and anxiety. And you may put up your swords. So if you don't want this to happen and you want this person or these situations to come in your life, put those swords down. But the Two of Swords in the upright is the final outcome. Why is that there for Scorpio? Pretty much know why. Yeah, you may reject all offers. Now, Scorpio, it's up to you. I don't tell people what to do, and I don't judge them. I really don't. Everybody, has a different path in life, and we all answer to what we're doing for, or what is going on in the universe. We answer for it, and we work with it. We all make mistakes, and we all have rewards. And do things well, but this is showing me that Scorpio is putting up their swords and rejecting all offers because they think everything is not good for them. Everything that's offered to them is going to go to hell. Straight to be a disaster. So Two of Swords in the upright, Seven of Cups in reverse while you're there for Scorpio. Page of Wands, and the messages that you may give back or they may get back or whatever may be a little abrupt because of your rejections. You're rejecting people. So you may get some messages of people not understanding with the Page of Wands. This could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but usually it's a passionate message or someone young at heart that wants something from you. Remember, we did have that type of fire energy to begin with, but everybody's going to be dealing with different signs. That's why I don't give a sign to everybody, because I'm reading for the masses, okay? So someone's going to offer you something, and you may very well reject it because you're afraid of all kind of things. So you can leave it in the comments, but oops. And someone wants to charge forward, with this situation, but you may block them. Again, it could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. I'm seeing all the signs here, so it relates to this. Let me get one more. Why is it there, the Two of Swords, as a final outcome? Yeah, you don't want to collaborate. It's up to you if you don't want to collaborate. There's a reason for all this. There's a reason for all this, and it has something to do with past betrayals, and you're trying to regain balance, and you're trying to, and you may be even a little defensive when people are talking to you, or someone's offering you something. You may be very curt and very straightforward, but someone is not wanting to battle with you. They're really wanting to talk with you. They're wanting possibly a happily ever after situation, but you may turn them away, and they may have to walk away from the situation. So it's up to you what you do with it. Your fear is an emotional bond, and it's like you're holding back because, like I said, you're afraid of chaos, and you're going to put up your swords, put up your boundaries, and not see things for how they are because you're needing peace in your life because of what happened in the past, whatever it was. But someone's wanting to move forward with you, and they're wanting to give you, again, the Ace of Cups as the ending energy. So it's up to you, Scorpio. Do you want to accept this, or do you want to go on with this path and put up your boundaries? It's up to you. This is your reading, okay? Bye.